Picture this. Going, going, gone. Today I'm going to give you an issue you can't ignore any longer. Kangaroos used to roam around Australia anywhere and everywhere. If we kept living like Aboriginals, respecting the animals of Australia, we wouldn't face the troubles we do today. When I was little and first came to the Sunshine Coast, there wasn't any buildings here. This was just a field, not a university. We think of a home as a place to sleep, a place to eat, and a warm, loving family there for us, ready to comfort us when we need it. That's what animals of Australia and wildlife all over the world think of their home as. That's what we're taking away from them, year by year, bit by bit. At our school, which is called Sienna, we have to live with kangaroos hopping around. If there is a big male, our school sounds an alarm to tell everyone to stay inside just in case it gets scared and hurts anyone which is near. If a whole school can live with kangaroos hopping around, why can't other people live with it too? This is what happens when you go too fast on the roads. When any native animal is injured on the Sunshine Coast, this is where it ends up. We went to the animal hospital and found out about koalas.
We have rescuers in Gold Coast, in Ipswich, in Kilcoy, in Moreton Bay, in Noosa.
The biggest problem for koalas is habitat loss and fragmentation as a consequence of development. That's the fundamental reason koalas come to ground, and they come to ground to move for food, for mates, to disperse, and that's the time when they're most vulnerable.
There's several groups that are volunteers. They do this at their own expense. No support from the government at all in any way or fashion. They pay for their own petrol, they use their own vehicles, the equipment they buy themselves. Their organisation would get a phone call, or the zoo or the hospital would get a phone call saying there's a koala on the side of the road.
And we've got another koala on the floor there that's recovering from his anaesthetic.
Koalas are being pushed to extinction by people cutting down eucalyptus trees, which are their homes. If we want our next generation to see an Australian icon, then stop habitat destruction now, before it's too late.
Here's some things that you can do to help. Drive slow around wildlife signs. Keep your dogs under control. Join a volunteer or organisation if you're over 16 or 18.
Once they're 16, they would contact our volunteer coordinator and then come in and go through the necessary paperwork and then to start their training. Excellent.
Become Land for Wildlife if you have a large property. Plant native trees. And you can even join Wildlife Warriors. With your help, we can ensure that we'll have kangaroos and koalas for the future generation.